What's up, everyone? I just wanted to speak real quickly about Ghede Spider and just share some of my experience with him. Qua Ghede Qua. This is a video dedicated to Saint Expedite slash Papa Ghede Limbo La Qua and Ghede Spider. I don't know how much of this I'm allowed to read out loud. I'm probably not supposed to share this at all. This is a Patreon working from Temple of the Machete, who wins all battles. But I do have to share the name of Saint Expedite with others, so that others can call upon his mighty magics and his power to effect miracles and change. So this video is to fulfill that purpose. Okay, I'm not going to read everything. I'm going to skip around a bit there. And Papa Machete, if you have a problem with this being up here, just let me know and I can either edit or change this video, or I can just cut out the stuff that had the Patreon only in it and just tell my experiences, or just share in a different way. For this year's Ghede working 2023 and from now on, Ghede Zarnain, who am I for real spiritual progression us to the temple? I've been calling Ghede Spider, Ghede Arachne. I've stated it's okay now to be dressed as Ghede Zarnain. I'm going to just put a caveat out there. If you're not already subscribed to Temple of the Machete, who wins all battles, you should. At the $5 level there, if you're able to. He also has a $10 tier, which I highly recommend as well, which has even more content that the $5 tier does not. If you're not subscribed, do not call him by his actual name, Ghede Zarnain. Just call him Ghede Spider if you're going to use this, if you're going to use or try to create any of this stuff here. While not actually a spider, it expresses itself as a collective arachnid, generally of the web-building and poisonous variety of spider. However, Ghede Zarnain is broader than those particular examples. Ghede Zarnain can assume the qualities of any spider. The gender of Ghede Zarnain is also somewhat in question. For this temple, Ghede Zarnain comes as male, but I have heard Ghede Zarnain can also be female or has a sister who is even more secretive than Ghede Zarnain. Who could be sometimes shows up as a black widow spider, noted but fierce female energy. Why a deception is brought to that the Ghede Zarnain is a branch of is thought that Ghede Zarnain is a branch of the Akan, notably the Ashanti people of West present-day Ghana, into the New World voodoo. They are a Kwa people, Kwa Ghede Kwa, who speak a particular language and have direct ties to the Congo. The Akan people who venerate Anansi, a cultural hero spirit who is most often as a spider, who is very much a trickster. Like Anansi, Ghede Zarnain often finds themselves in tricky and dangerous situations. Ghede Zarnain, like most spiders, has potent venom, many skills, and fearsome reputation, but Ghede Zarnain is delicate and not suited to brute force. Ghede Zarnain is exceptionally cunning and a master strategist, spinning traps and webs of intrigue. Ghede Zarnain knows that spiders can get caught into webs of other spiders, so Ghede Zarnain must always balance cunning, daring, and boldness. Ghede Zarnain is vested in freeing temple members from entanglements that hinder us in spiritual, physical progress, having fragments of ourselves caught in the sticky, chaotic, otherworldly web of Lovecraftian nightmare-fueled spider monster can be a real drag. These entanglements, which have occurred lifetimes ago, or even in upcoming lifetimes, as time is not linear, hold us back, suck us dry, and bring us to harmful influence. These entanglements can also result from actions taken by the you in a parallel dimension, a dimension close enough proximity to affect the you here. Wild, crazy. Well, when you follow string theory, it gets wild and crazy. This is what Ghede Zarnain had to say about it. If you compare a shattered mirror to a spider's web, you will find similar lines. In the beginning, God wove just one strand of web. However, over untold trillions of years, more and beyond measure, that strand has splintered and tangled, tied, not into a nearly unrecognizable snare. It is the same with each soul's line being split and frayed into many, snagged and crossed. It is my work and my promise to God to help bring these soul lines back into wholeness. Eventually, the original web strand of God will be reknitted and restored. The shattered mirror will be whole, and God's understanding of God will be complete. Then, God will move on to the next phase. Ghede Zarnin to Kevin Wicks, a truly great work. In 2020, we asked Ghede Zarnin's intercession in recollecting the scattered fragments of our lower souls and reintegrating them. The less our soul is fragmented, the more personal power we have. The brighter our aura shines, the more personal magnetism and charisma we possess, and the more what we focus on, strive for, is attracted to us and manifests in our lives. In 2020, we were warned of the grand solar minimum, pole shift, 2030, upcoming assault for global human transhumanistic dominance before the singularity event. The further thinning of our dimensional veils and the opening of stable and unstable portals to other realities by CERN. Now in 2023, it becomes more evident and apparent. This is no fantasy, but a dangerous reality we are preparing for. Temple members must be restored to wholeness, live as happy, healthy, strong, and sane, courageous people. These qualities, as opposed to back to 2020 and they are becoming rare, are now officially a significant rarity. In addition to recollecting, integrating shattered soul fragments of your lower soul, Ghede Zarnin has other talents. My godfather, who we will work with, told me that Ghede Zarnin was truly born when African eyes first saw Beelzebub, Lord of the Flies, as the devil fly in 1863 of the Dictionary Infernal with artwork by Louis D. Brenton. Haitian voodoo had mingled with European spiritism by this time. What is known as the foul, evil spirits of the air would manifest smells, odors of rotten meat, excrement, which would attract other evil spirits, as does the scent. Same attract flies. Astral larvae, largely undeveloped and extremely simple-minded spiritual parasites that take shape, feed often within the emotional, mental, astral, psychic filth. So flies and maggots become associated with evil demons and Beelzebub. Who eats flies? Spiders. Ghede Zarnin was given another of his great works by God to perform, catching demons, sucking them dry for any stolen fluids, returning them to that weightless, dry husk of the clip oath. Ghede Zarnin again authorizes the temple to make a spiritual bath so this web can catch whatever evil spirits the air buzz around you and wash away whatever filth and sludge may attract from you. So, okay, I'm not going to read any more from this, but there's several things you have to do. You have to collect white candles. You have to collect 4 different kinds of spider web from 4 different locations. I'm not going to give that to you. If you want, you can click the link in the description. There, YouTube is not allowing me to post comments or with links or fucking put links in the descriptions without sending them my fucking ID. Well, fuck you, Google. I'm not giving them my ID. So what you'll have to do, I will give you an almost clickable link, but you will have to alter one of the characters. Okay, it'll have a link, but with no spaces. So what you'll have to do, wherever the space is, you'll have to find the space. You'll have to backspace it. You'll have to highlight it. You'll have to copy it, put it into Notepad or any like word processor. Just open up a Notepad or something, paste it, find the space, backspace it, highlight it again, and then paste it into the top bar of your browser there, into the web bar of your browser, and that will take you to the link, and there you can subscribe to Temple Machete Who Wins All Battles. It's only $5, and you'll have access to this ritual and all the other rituals and working that they're doing. You'll have access to the work of 2024. You'll have access to everything he's posted there. So prayer to the candle, Lord's Prayer, Hail Mary, conjuration of God's protection, the prayer to Saint Expedite, and there's instructions for creating Florida water, and then you're going to need a very small pinch of graveyard soil, and then you're going to have to find a way to make it purple there using a grape soda or a food dye. And then there's certain prayers you say over this for 3 days in a row, and then you take it and you bathe with it. It's exceptionally powerful. Now my experience with it. I have done this successfully 3 times, and I tell you, it fucking works. The very, very first time that I've done this is to help me recover from Rob's fucking SRA and his fucking shit that he was doing to me. Like, it was so powerful that I didn't see Papa Getty, my personal Getty, but I had very strong mental interface. I had very strong, like, mind's eye vision, mental vision, internal vision interface with them, and I was like, I was like wrapped up like a mummy. Like, I was wrapped up like a mummy in this bath, and all the shit, all of like Rob's shit, a good portion of it was taken the fuck out immediately. Another I was doing another spiritual exercise that I'm not going to share there. It's temple related and some of my own personal practice there, but it was a meditation. I was standing inside of a pyramid, and I had a celestial sword. It might have even been the sword of Mikael, um, down my spine there, and I was wrapped up like a mummy. And Ghede, I don't know if it was my own personal Ghede or Ghede Spider himself, but he took a puff on his cigar. He's like, "Your new nickname is Mr. Silky. We're gonna call you Mr. Silky." There, so he does have a kind of like he does kind of have like a, like a funny sense of humor there. It tried to make me laugh. That's what matters. He tried to make me laugh, and it worked there. So not only is Ghede Spider a real solid fucking healer, he also cares about you. He wants to get you out of any like truly bad situation where your soul's in fucking peril. Okay. Um, Ideally, you should once you follow the link and you subscribe, you have access to all the instructions there and how to create it. You can do it 4 times a year, 9 days, or whenever your soul's in peril. Usually, I only do it when my soul's in peril, like with fucking Rob. Then the second time I did it is when I was in a magical battle with another practitioner, with a K-Knight practitioner who was casting on my friend who I had to end up burying to save their life there and return to sender. I was getting partially hit. He was sending stuff like blindly in my direction. He didn't know if it was me. If he knew it was me and he actively like made an effigy on me and was actively like cursing me, I could have got hurt. I could have got really fucked up there worse. So as per my last video, this is the same magical battle that like I was pissing in jars like on the daily. I was making fucking witch bottles and proxies like fucking daily, and just doing all sorts of return to sender and a prayer against enemies and swinging my ritual sickle around like a maniac outside. Like, that was real. That actually fucking happened. Like, it was like almost fucking daily there. I did the Getty bath a second time. That helped me get through that. Now I want to talk about the third and last time that I did the Getty's spider bath, and it was pretty powerful. Not long after, not long after the witch fight with another K-Knight practitioner, um, Rob was starting his SRA shit again from a distance. When I wasn't picking his calls and shit, he would end up showing up at this house there at the end of 2023. When I didn't answer there, and he realized that it wouldn't fucking work there, he got spooked off. And there's a lot of spirits, and a lot of my guardians and protectors are protecting this home. he got spooked off a couple of times. And when he realized that he couldn't just walk up on here to start his stalky SRA shit, and he couldn't just sink his tentacles back into me again, he resorted to casting on me again, to attempting to curse me again or attempt his rob shit on me again. So, not long after um, that witchy battle, this is like going into April and May, there Rob starts up his shit again, and I had to do the Ghede Spider bath a third time. And the third time was the most powerful. That's what I wanted to talk to you about right now. So, I'm collecting the ingredients. I'm making everything for bath there, and I have everything on the ritual table. I have the candles lit and everything, and I'm blessing the graveyard soil that I purchased. I'm blessing the little stick that has the spider webs on it and everything, and I'm blessing all the ingredients. And Ghede Spider himself rolls in there. He's puffing on a cigar. He takes a big puff and he exhales it, and he blows like a big cloud of like smoke, a big cloud of gas, like almost like an exterminate, almost like fumigation. Like he completely just turned this room into a gas chamber. Like he just filled it up with fucking just fog, like a bug fogger. Like he fogged up this entire fucking room there. And then within about 3 seconds, the whole room was like wrapped up in like protective spider web. Was wrapped up in Gede's spider webs there, and the webs weren't there before. So there was a lot of shit that Rob was trying to get through there that he wasn't getting through. But I guess Ghede Spider was just put up an extra layer of protection. Then when it's time to make the actual bath and lay down in the bath there, I saw a bunch of spiders, a bunch of like spiders made of light, like golden spiders, like spiders made of like white golden light on me. Um, and I tweaked the bath a little bit. I incorporated a little bit more. I boiled some flour. I boiled some rose heads, rose petals, like from the Lieber Felix for Two fortification bath. I added some roses to the bath as well. And so I had like, I placed the roses there on each of my chakra points. And the spiders were like attracted to those roses there. I don't know if they were nibbling on them or they were coming from the rose petals, but they would scamper about me. They would start as like gold. They would start as like white light, and they would like bite me. Not painlessly. They would painlessly bite me. I wouldn't even feel. They would painlessly bite me, and they would inject their white light. They would inject their white light into my skin there, and then they would suck out like the poison. They would suck out like the SRA crap from my soul and my like astral body, and they'd turn like black. They would turn like just black, and I can't remember if they ran away or if they like fell off and died. But this process continued of like golden spiders um, filling me with their gold, sucking the black tar, just sludgy, just Rob shit out of me, and then repeat the process. Gold spider sucking up all the poison, turns black, and then another one would come, and this process would repeat for about like 10 or 20 minutes. Okay, like this is fucking real, and god damn, I felt like a new fucking person. Like I was able to fucking sleep again. The second and third time, like all Malefica was fucking stopped. Like I was not sleeping when I had that witchy battle with that other practitioner. I was like sleeping but a few hours a night. When Rob started up his shit again, like I was having fragmented sleep, sleeping only like a couple hours a night, and like I tell you, it was like my circadian rhythm was fucking reset. My circadian rhythm was like fucking just reset, and I was able to fucking sleep normally again. And what this did, this is end up allowing me to deal a devastating blow to Rob. I'm not going to tell you exactly everything I did there, but this book right here, the illustrated Black Dragon, the Arundel Overman um, a version of the Black Dragon. What I did is there's a counter charm there where you take the heart of any roadkill and you stuff it with pins. I didn't get a heart. I just picked up like a dead, like a mole or a vole or a mouse or something that was on the side of the road, and um, and I stuffed it with a nails for 9 days. Second part: charms and counter charms lift any spell and bring in the person who is close to harm. Take the heart of a completely dead animal, taking care not to damage it, and put on a clean plate. Then have 9 hawthorn quills and proceed as follows: pierce one of your quills, the heart say Ada Baga, Saba Oath Adene, Contra Ratout, Prisons, Perpente, Fini, Unexia, Pericle, Da Sum. Take 2 of your quills, Starsman say Qui Fusum, Mediator, Abragos, Gavial, Valax. Take 2 more quills and pierce them, Landar, Zarzar, Valial, Sator, Zalud, Zio, Pericle, Da Sum. And it goes on until you have 9 quills. Pierce the heart with a nail at the last one's note that if you cannot get hawthorn quills, you can use nails instead. That heart being pierced, we have indicated, you put in a small bag, you hang it from a chimney high enough that it can't be seen the next day. You remove the heart from the bag and put it on a plate. Then removing the first thorn, you pierce it in another place the heart, pronouncing the words have indicated above. Then you remove the 2 others, pierce again, saying the appropriate words until you remove them all in the same order, and pierce them again as said, observing never to push them in the same holes. You continue this work for 9 days. However, if you do not want to give the evildoer a break, you can do your novena on the same day and in the order described. After having finally pierced the nail in the heart while pronouncing the aforementioned words, a great fire is made. The heart is put on the grill and roasted over the glowing embers. So I didn't do everything as instructed in there. I tweaked a little bit. I didn't take it out and then put it in a new hole. No, what I did is on the first day there, I stuck it with a nail. Of course, I baptized it. I consecrated it to my abuser. I said, I baptize you, Rob, and strengthen the chains of enlightenment to your mind, your body, and your soul. I baptize you, Rob, and I put it through the triangle there, baptizing it in the name of Cain, in the name of Belial. I'd add a nail, and then on the second day, I'd add a nail, and then on the third day, I add a nail. On the fourth day, I add a nail, and then on the ninth day, it would have 9 nails into it. And then what I ended up having, I had like a dead mouse corpse. And of course, I kept it in a Tupperware with salt because the smell was pretty bad. The smell's pretty intense. You have to have a strong stomach for this work there. I kept it in a Tupperware, and then on the ninth day, I took it out. I made a great fire, and I ended up having this mouse, this spiky nail mouse with a bunch of nails poking through it. And I made a great fire, and I did one final consecration there. I rebaptized it. I baptized you, Rob, and strength to change the sympathetic link to your mind, your body, and your soul. I called up the salamanders, the Arisian of the salamanders, and then I invoked my gods, and then I just gave them. I returned to sender. I yelled at it. I screamed at it with a bunch of curses on it, and then I burned it there. But yes, Ghede. What does this have to do with Ghede Spider? Well, like I said earlier, the Ghede Spider bath got me back on my feet, got me strong enough, got me back on my feet where I could where I could do this sort of work on my abuser. And boy, it fucking works. It has devastating results. The spells of the old grimoires are no joke. I don't have much experience with the demons of the Grimoire and Verum, for example. I don't have much experience with the spirits of this book. I don't have a whole lot of experience with them. Um, they're pretty fucking serious. They're more dangerous than the 72 Goetia, I can tell you that. They're more rowdy. They're more trickstery, predatory there. But the spells of the Grimoires, even just doing the spells and the Erision of the Salamanders, those two alone, the Salamanders and the spells and counter spells in the medieval Grimoires produce monumental fucking results. This individual there was put in jail there for a parole violation. My abuser, who was SRA me, he was put in jail, and then he threatened on his day in court. He threatened a judge, and then he just got himself another 3 years, or was it 5 years? I don't know yet. He hasn't been sentenced yet, but he is back in fucking jail there, and that's just a testament of the power of this type of work. He also vandalized my temple. He vandalized a temple. He stole a torch that was dedicated to the salamanders. And Hecate likes torches as well. So not only did he steal from my salamander, he also stole from Hecate. So yeah, he got a lot of spirits, a lot of gods, and a lot of entities pissed off at him. So not only did he curse himself by vandalizing my temple, but I also doing that sort of work on him, it really fucked him up. He is not going to recover. He is not going to come back from this. And you know what's weird? He still does it. He still attempts his shit, but it's nowhere near the level he's nowhere near the level or the ability that he was in the past. Like I'll sleep and I'll have like a dream of him and I'll like see him and he'll like call me Mr. C, and I'll like wake up before I can like punch him or fight him or like do anything to him. Or like I'll be at work or I'll be doing something, I'll feel like a tingling sensation, I'll feel like a buzz in my root chakra or like one of my energy centers telling me that like, oh, Rob's throwing things at me again. But after surviving all that and doing this type of work, doing Ghede Spider work, and also doing Jesse Garrett's Up Fall Right is a very effective curse breaker. Doing the Up Fall Right, doing stuff like that has created the astral immune system, you could say, the soul immune system, so that no matter what Rob does, that Rob can fucking try to curse me or do shit at me like all fucking day. Whatever Rob fucking does, like my soul will just bounce it off. It'll just bounce off my soul. My soul will just immediately reject it, immediately bounce it off. There. Um, Making fortification baths, making Ghede Spider baths, doing up fall rites. Um, those are practices you can do that will create the astral immune system, astral nervous system. And in the next video, I'll go a little bit deeper and just have a general discussion about cursing, which were surviving curses, breaking curses, and how you can build up your soul's immune system. Qua Ghede Qua. Glory to you, Saint Expedite. Hail Papa Ghede Limbo La Qua. And hail Ghede Spider. Hail Ghede Zarnin. Qua Ghede Qua.